All right, King Retention, man. Back with another video. This is another spiritual video, and it's we speaking about spirits. And I don't I don't do like stuff like spirit summoning. I don't use a Ouija board. I don't contact with the dead or anything like that. But I'm just telling you how spirits interact with people on a daily basis, right? And to sum it up, for the previous video, we talk about how your environment determines what kind of spirit you attract. Like if how you clean your house is, how clean your room is. Like every other culture knows this, but America. It's because they don't want you to know, right? Um, they rather you attract the worst ones, the worst kinds, and the best ones. That's why some people in other countries they'll have like offerings for spirits for when they come visit their house. They'll have like in China and stuff like that. They have like shrines. They'll tell you, right? It's just America. They don't want you to know this stuff, and they're working with spirits. Everyone in politics, every musician, you know, they're working with spirits. Some of them know it. 90% of them know it, and that's why they get to where they're at, right? These spirits bless these people. Of course, God is Almighty, but God is a collective of all those spirits. So you can't go wrong. And there's definitely like demons out there, and demons are attracted to bad environment. Like say you like your room is a swamp, you're gonna attract alligators and bats. But if your house is a spring, you're gonna attract butterflies and doves. You know. So to sum up the first video, it's just that your environment and how clean your body, what state your body is in, determines what kind of spirit you attract around you. And they may not possess you. This is what we're gonna talk about in this video because like some of them are like they can't because your mind has to be suggestible to them coming in. You know, like if you're if you're living like right, if you're living righteous, it's almost impossible to be possessed by demons because they don't want to be there, and they're like, this guy is like living right. You know, they're repelled by that. Not that only they're repelled by that, but they're not strong enough to stay in there. Like if they're like if they hate light, it's like your light, your energy is like a light flashing on them, and they don't want to be near you. Now, if it was like angels, and you're like you live a demonic life where like you sin every day, lust every day, watch the hub every day, you know, watch X-rated videos every day. Like angels, they don't want to be there, right? And then so that's how spirits interact with humans on a day-to-day basis. It, like I said, I don't summon them. I don't like think about it like birds that's passing by. Some of them will bless you. Some of them like you. Some of them will say hi. Some of them will say bye. Some of them are pranksters. They'll play with you a little bit, but it depends on how open you are and how and if you care or not. You could just completely ignore it, and they're like, you could be blah 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 blah. They could be trying to scare you. Completely ignore it. Nothing's gonna happen, right? So but they can help you. That's the point I'm trying to make. And now we're gonna talk about like substances and how you could possibly like get possessed by demons, right? Like you ever seen someone who had like too many to drink and they move around like they are being possessed? That's because they actually are possessed. Alcohol used to be called spirits back in the day, like before they called it alcohol, before they started to like to hide the fact that you're gonna be possessed. They used to call it spirits. So some people they like do stuff while drunk and they don't even know what they did. They'll completely black out, right? And there's other drugs too, such as some like perks, ecstasy. Like ecstasy, it's like it's like you're in your body. You know you know you're there, but you can't really control what you're doing. Alcohol, you definitely don't know what you're doing, and you're definitely not there. So that spirit is having fun. Like, whoa, this body is nice. And the same thing with X, because like your this demon is like, whoa, this body is great. Perks too, perks to just like get completely um that spirit will completely take you over, right? And sometimes that spirit could lead you to lust, and or you could almost do anything on perks. You could hurt people like physically. You could end their life. A lot of people use drugs to do that, and that's just them summoning demons, basically. Without they probably know it or they don't, but either they know what they're doing or they don't know what they're doing. That's what's happening. Especially, you could use it to lust. Um, like girls, they'll drink before they have intercourse and end up they don't even like the person, or when they're sober, or they'll take E or perks and end up like having full intercourse with that person, and then when they're sober, they end up not even like liking the person or knowing the person. Um, yeah. So drugs could be used to summon demons. That's why people like tend to not like say you ever been sober in a club, you are the only one not having fun. Everybody's dancing out of their minds. Those are basically the spirits that love to dance and that loves music is possessing the people. And then you could tell what different drugs when people are on depending on how they're acting, how they're dancing, how they're moving. So those are like tools for like that allows possession of your body, which is alcohol, ecstasy, perks, and some people live off those, like coke, everything like that. They're basically just allowing your body to get possessed to do things that you wouldn't do sober, right? So that's one of the ways to put it. Like you could say anything. You could just say, oh, it makes you act like that because of a compound and your brain. It does this and that, but everything starts in the spiritual world before it enters the physical. So you just gotta think of it like that, right? And that was a pretty short way to summon the Ended Spirit series. Like I said, this video isn't for everybody. It's just for people who's looking for it and for the people who found it. Like by the end of the day, this is a semen retention journey, and you won't really like stumble upon this information if you haven't been retaining for a number of days. You can't just go like 2, 3 weeks of retention and then like stumble into this information. And if you do, you won't understand it as clearly as you would if you was on 250 days or 300 days. Right? It's just that the more sexual energy you have saved up, the more energy you have in this world to move about, and the more power you'll have, the more electricity you'll have to go about your will. And we're done with this series, man. It was fun. We'll see you in the next video. King retention, man.